from my understanding, there's this other part of your background which I think is really cool, very unique, and that is that you wanted to be on Broadway as a kid. And so the dream of being a Broadway star, it sounds like, extended from high school and well into college. So I know that's not multifamily, it's not marketing, but I think it's a really unique aspect of your background. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, and you know what? There are a lot of hidden theater kids scattered throughout multifamily. If you start talking about it, they will emerge. I've met a lot of them. I started doing theater when I was 7. I was so shy, I would not talk to a single person. So my mom was like, what do I do with this shy child? So she put me in a musical. And from there, I was obsessed. I did maybe 3, 4 musicals a year from the time I was 7 till after college, like every single year, relentlessly. I never played a sport. I only did theater. That was my entire life. I wasn't really into like film acting that much. I did a couple little tiny things, but that's all I wanted to do was theater and sing and
Mm.
dance. And I got to do a lot of really great stuff, and it was really fun. And it really was my obsession my entire childhood. I just imagined that's what I'd keep doing.
So did you end up going to a traditional school for theater, or how does that work in that sort of industry? I'm not really up to
I,
speed on that.
while the dream of being on Broadway is not very practical, I was still a very practical child. And I had this intense fear of student loans and debt. I did not really, I was realistic in the sense that if I continue to pursue theater, I'm probably not going to make very much money. And so I didn't want to spend a bunch of money to go to college to study a thing that wouldn't have good return on my investment, essentially. So I
Mm.
ended up finding this amazing 2-year theater conservatory in California. So I had like in-state tuition. So it was very affordable. It's called PCPA. And it was such an incredible program. I mean, we'd have equity, which is like the union for theater, equity teachers that would be the stars of the shows at night. So like if we would get cast in those shows, we'd be getting equity union points while we were still in school. So it wasn't like a college production. It was like it was the premier professional theater in
Mm.
Central California that just happened to have a school attached. And it was a really cool program. There was only two. It was only 2 years. There were only 30 kids got in per year. So it was a very intimate program, and we did it all. We had acting classes, we had singing and dance, all of it. Um, Production, we had to do like I had to do spot op ones for like crew work, just to get a feel for it. But it was a really great experience. And honestly, I feel like my theater background has prepared me more for the workforce than I could have ever imagined.
Oh, really? Why so?
Well, I can nail a job interview, I'll tell you that. I just think the ability to think on your feet, move really quickly, be super adaptable, be very aware of your surroundings at all times, have a very deep curiosity about the human condition and why people make the choices they make, and how they might react to certain things or how certain things might make them feel. The storytelling aspect of it. Uh, I'm putting together a booth for Updater right now, which is where I work, a conference booth that is very reminiscent of like a theater set instead of a
How
corporate
cool.
booth. And there's so many elements of my theater background that I've been able to bring into my work, which makes a lot of sense that I ended up in marketing, because it's definitely one of the more creative career
Yeah.
journeys that
Yeah.
are available.